Here.
Reese,
Here.
Lyle,
She's not here, let's just do unexcused, cause I don't know if she'll show up yet.
sure,
Here.
I'm saying here.
Okay. Look at both meeting minutes, let's start with the actual regular meeting, so July 2nd meeting. Look over the minutes, see if there's anything that need to be fixed.
Motion to accept those.
Second. Or Cheryl seconded, yeah, Cheryl seconded, but send it up, okay. Any discussion on July 2nd's meeting minutes? Okay, all in favor? Okay, let's do the special meeting minutes. Before,
The only thing I saw on this one was you adjourned at 7:02 p.m.
yeah, we started at 6.
Oh, you started at
We
6.
started at 6.
Oh, it's 7.
So the call, yeah, so
Okay.
the call to order needs to be at 6 instead of 7.
Okay.
Yep, I had 2-minute meeting, but
Is there a date for these going to gas or praise it?
okay, I make a motion to accept the one correction. And second.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on special meeting minutes? Anything?
I was just wondering, we get the dates on these praise, are we looking at, doing a pay ride, how we want to participate?
We haven't figured that one out, but it is on our list for today, so we'll go from there. Okay, everyone okay with the one correction for the special meeting minutes?
Yep.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I was trying. Okay, liaison report, is there anything to report from either board?
No.
Okay. I don't think so, I just don't, what I was just gonna ask. Okay, so move on, our budget is for 50,000, we have spent money, I just haven't seen what we have in it, or what's left, I haven't looked at it. So projects, we know for the budget, for events, it's the 3,000, at least that's coming out sometime. It's what, that's actually not 3,000, it's like 500 and something, 5,000 and something coming out for this year's budget. Other projects, we have one to talk about, but right now we haven't discussed any other projects, so there's not any money except for events. And the other spending was from Cooper fixing our sled hill area. That came out of our budget. Anything else on budget? Okay. Events. So the one thing, I forgot it. So I, as the event coordinator, wrote a letter to the So this is what it states. It says, "Dear boards, I am writing this letter to ask that the Parks and Recreation Event Coordinator position be changed to Vassar Township Event Coordinator position. Why I'm asking for this change is that I no longer just use the park as a place to hold events. I feel that if the position changes to Vassar Township Event Coordinator, it would look like the township wants to be more involved with the community instead of just the Parks and Rec board. Trying to get the community involved. I am also asking for the change that I must go through all 3 boards to get approval, which puts us months behind on ordering things. In that time, prices that I have quoted have sometimes gone up, so that we now have to spend more money. There have also been times that the products that I would like or that we need are no longer available, and we must find a product that may be more expensive or we must purchase more of. Then it says, I know there are some questions on why I did a special meeting in July for events. It was to make sure that if I needed to go to the planning commission board, could have a special meeting for purchasing items for the next couple of events. Since their meeting is after the board meeting. The stuff would not be here in time for the Glow event party or the fundraiser event. Thank you, James Folder, event coordinator. How does everyone else feel about the event coordinator position just being township position?
It's about time.
Yeah.
Yeah, your response back from the other boards at all?
No, because I just sent this. I just did it.
Today.
What day it is? Like, I have no clue. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what day it is. I went back to work and I have no clue what day anything is.
It's pretty cool.
No, I just did this. I did send it I sent it yesterday or Monday to the planning commission, chairperson, and the supervisor. So that at their meeting next week, they can decide what they're going to do for it. I did talk to the planning commission chairperson and the supervisor that the event special meeting that we did, I just automatically sent it to the board of trustees. As I got told, the planning commission only really just looks like, oh, well, let's not do that part. It's fine. And I've also been told by that chairperson, they've talked about it at their meetings, that things like this for events shouldn't have to wait because, their meetings after the board of trustees and then I have to wait and then all that. Certain things like that, when it's a rush order, when things need to be decided, it should automatically somewhat go to the the board of trustees. And all of that just so that we're not having to wait.
It would
For so
streamline,
long.
yeah.
For so long. So like the Cooper thing, that one was fine. They knew ahead of time like it was going to take that long because we had to go to this board and this board and this board. And with the planning commission, with that one in particular, they know the zoning they know the zoning ordinance, so if we were in compliance with stuff and all that I don't have a problem with. Even anything we discuss, sending it to planning commission, I don't have a problem with it. For our board to go to the planning commission, the event coordinator position, having to come to this board, then have to go to the planning commission and make sure they are understanding why we need the stuff, and then going to the board.
3-4 months.
Yeah. And then sometimes I've come across and I've sent it to Sarah okay, here it is, everything, and then I get a text message in the middle of the day, this product's no longer available. So then I'm scrambling trying to get what we need, and now it's what I thought it was, because we did it with picture frames for Father's Day. They're actually not the right size. They're much smaller, so any picture I took, I had to cut down farther, and I cut a couple people's heads off almost in the picture. So I wanted to bring it up to you guys, what you guys thought about my position as event coordinator discussed that, I think we could see if we could finally get away from being that, I know,
I have a rough idea of why they want that over here.
Yes.
They get away from it.
I think we have shown that we may not need that third board, that second board looking over our shoulder. And I think if we continue that process, the board may, I'm gonna say may, and it's gonna be a real big one, may, go that we don't need it. We can throw it out there if we want to, send it to the board of trustees for Tuesday's meeting and go like, hey, we feel that we no longer need to go through planning commission board members or board for anything Parks and Rec does. Like, we can just throw it out there, I can make another letter and we can go from there.
Because there's been a few times where we presented to the planning commission and they would have questions about something on it. Well, then we have to go back and then,
Yeah.
I mean, it bogs everything down.
Yeah, so.
Now, would you still, if you as the event coordinator, would you still do the chair on this committee?
Yeah, I would still, they're two separate different
Right.
things, I'm gonna be completely honest, depending on, so, I'll let everybody know because it's gonna happen tomorrow anyways. I end up getting a teaching position at the school. So, I am now a teacher we're trying it as a semester for right now, but I'm taking on a teaching position, so I'm going to try as much as I possibly can to keep both of my roles here, but I will see how it works. I may need more support and more help, and bear with me on it. So I think with that part being said, is if we didn't have to go through the planning commission, I could just go to the board of trustees and like have that conversation with just like you or the supervisor, knowing like, hey, this is why we need this, instead of, well, I talked to the planning commission and Todd talked to him, Sam did this, and like the routes that we have to jump through is a lot. So with this letter being sent as the event coordinator, hold on. Do you want me to also send a letter on behalf of the board of trust or the Parks and Rec board going, we feel at this time we do not need to go to the planning commission as another, like, let's just see.
Maybe one of us hurdle, we might
Yeah.
be able to work get stuff done faster.
So, yeah, and it may be, like, they may not take me as the event coordinator, but if I don't have to jump through going through the planning commission, not a big deal, as long as I can get it to that one final step. How does everybody feel?
You need a motion for it?
Yeah, we need a motion for
I'll
you to
make a
send.
motion to bypass
Okay.
board commission.
Motion. Let's see. Okay, do you want it
I'm
to,
trying to think of how we word that.
yeah, do you want it to avoid planning out of the let's see how again. You want us to bypass planning commission for the event coordinator and along with the Parks and Rec committee, or just bypass Parks and Rec, bypass planning commission for just the Parks and Rec board?
Yeah, I think I would do it like, the role of the event coordinator would be to address to the board of trustees themselves to limit the steps needed for approval in order to streamline.
Okay.
I mean, we wouldn't want us to say like
Yeah.
bypass it and we're just, cut them out.
Yeah, I don't know what the term would be for it. So can we would you be okay with making two motions, Sam? One being, we make a motion to make the event coordinator Vassar Township coordinator instead of Parks and Rec coordinator? Would that be okay? And then do the second one being, make a motion to have planning commission, or not planning commission, Parks and Rec board report back to just the board of trustees? We do two of them? Or do you want them both together?
Event coordinator, they will be coming to us first, right?
Yeah, I would still come to you
And then-
guys and then go to them.
And we go to.
But if the other part of it is, if I did event coordinator and I was just the Vassar Township coordinator, I wouldn't have to come to you guys at every time. I would just be like, hey, we're having an event at this one, so that it would be, it's however you guys want to do it. If you still want me to be the park
No,
event
no,
coordinator.
that's not what I meant.
Yeah,
I didn't know, I forgot what you call the new position.
Event coordinator, township event coordinator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to me, events here and at the park, so.
Okay, so would she or he come to us first for the event that they want? Then we go to the township?
no, so I would, so
Or they be on
I
the-
would, yeah, I would still be the event coordinator, and if I was the Vassar one, I would have to word it that I would still come to you guys, so you wouldn't, to our board, going like, hey, during these days, we still want to do these events. So like, we set aside the event part of it for the hall and whatever. But getting purchases done, so it would kind of be like Mr. Fabro's job, because he's a municipality, but he also does Parks and Rec, like all of it, so when he needs something strictly for the park, he still comes to us and gets everything done, and then we send it to the board. And if I say like he goes to the board of trustees for anything, like, I don't even know the last thing we purchased. Yeah, the stump grinder. So the board of trustees, he went to them and said, hey, I need a stump grinder. They filled out that budget detailed expense thing, and then we got it to discuss if that's something that we would want. That would be what the event coordinator would still be. Okay, so do you just want one flat motion that we move motion to make the vet park and rec? Oh, no, I lost it. Wait, hold on.
Township
So,
event coordinator.
a motion to make the Vassar Parks and Rec event coordinator into Vassar Township event coordinator. And Vassar Parks and Rec committee address, yeah, we don't want to say bypass, directly address the board of trustees.
That's a good motion.
I know, can we split it up, can we do two motions then? Okay, so let's make a motion, so the motion would be to make the event coordinator for Parks and Rec the Vassar Township Parks and Rec position. Can we do that one first? Okay. Okay, so Sam makes a motion to make the I'm gonna shorten it for right now, Vassar Township Parks and Rec Committee event coordinator into Vassar Township event coordinator. Okay, second by Ella. And I forgot how to spell second. Okay, any discussion on it? Okay, all in favor? Aye. So, there's 6 yeses. No zero, no no's, and 1 absent. Okay, so, do you still want to make the second motion too? You want to make the other motion? Okay. Now another motion by Sam for Vassar Township Parks and Rec Committee to,
Vassar Township event coordinator.
nope, that was the other one. This one's just for our board, so that we don't have to talk to the planning commission anymore. But we don't want to use bypass because it's not a nice word and I don't know how else to say it.
Blackball.
Vassar Township Park and Rec Committee,
Would you say like to go straight to the board of trustees
Yeah,
with
go-
any detailed budget express?
yeah, so go,
Township event coordinator, the authority or the ability to go straight to.
no, that was the other one, this one, the got
Yeah,
that.
we want to give that person the power though to
But
the
that-
board.
That one's fine as long, that one, the board of trustees can handle how they want me to handle the event coordinator position. So this one is make a motion that,
Stop.
I found it.
Yeah.
Good, look. Vassar Township Board of Parks and Rec Committee. What did you say?
What did I say?
Go straight to.
To just directly go to.
Oh, go directly to Vassar Township Board of Trustees. Does that sound fine to you? Okay. Go directly. I'll put shorthand on here. Directly to Vassar Board of Trustees.
For any detailed budget expense reports.
Over any detailed expense. Let's go with expense. Does that sound fine, Sam? Okay. Do I have a second on that one?
I'll second.
Okay, you said chair. Did you say chair? Okay.
Who made that motion?
Sam made it. Cheryl
Second.
seconded. Any discussion on it? Is everybody okay if we go directly to the Board of Trustees instead of going to Planning Commission, anything, James? Are you fine with that?
We used to do it that way.
Yeah. And I know there was things for it, and like I said, maybe that we've shown, we haven't changed a lot, and see how it goes. Anybody else have a discussion about it? Anybody on that? Okay, all in favor? 5, 6, 0, and 1. Okay, so going with events still, the glow party is August 23rd, as long as all of the stuff is, all the items are ordered, and the Board of Trustees approves it. Trivia night, we did send out, there's a bunch of flyers out, we did it on Facebook. There's a lot of people that were interested, they haven't done anything. I haven't had anybody email me, have you had anybody call you?
I already got the team ready, I know where to see it.
Jill already, she's ready.
I'm ready.
I've tried to convince people, I haven't done that. I see that we have 2 gift baskets back there.
Yeah, so we have 2 gift baskets from Vassar Comfort Care, a $100 gift certificate from Franken with Credit Union, 2 $25 gift certificates from Mike's Meat Market, and then the patio set from True Value.
And then, did you get Little Wonders yet?
No, I have to pick that up tomorrow.
Okay, so there's something from Little Wonders, and,
I got a few things.
he's got a few
Yeah.
things to add to as a prize or auction off, we just have to see what it is. To go from there, so hopefully we have a big turnout for fundraiser night, we have a lot of prizes, so Cheryl's team's the only one that shows up.
We win everything. Yes.
The flyer looks good too, I don't know if
It does,
Yeah.
it's really good.
So the only thing we've noticed is that we spelled several words wrong, but when you have AI do it and it only lets you do certain things get misspelled a lot.
I didn't know. It's crazy.
It's voucher is spelled wrong. Yes.
Isn't that spelled right?
No, that's wait, hers is spelled right.
Did I print off?
Yeah, hers is spelled right.
Did I print off the wrong one? What's the date on there?
September 6th.
Does it say Friday or does it
Oh,
say
right.
It's
it's Saturday? I printed off the wrong one then.
There's something on it that's always wrong.
Yeah.
That's the first one, right?
Yes, that's the first one that we did.
It's Saturday.
So
Yeah, I'll have to print off new ones.
yeah, we gotta do a new one that looks like the one that Cheryl has.
The one where voucher is spelled correctly.
Yeah, someone has voucher set. There was a lot.
That's right.
Facebook came after me for that. I was like, dang. Okay.
Color War, we just have to put it back on Facebook and do another flyer for that one too. As soon as the event, the money is purchased or items are purchased, we'll set up for the Team Glow, put out stuff. For that one, Halloween, we haven't done the flyers yet, but I'll probably do the flyers soon. The parade for homecoming hasn't been released yet for Vassar. So when that is done and ready, I will see if we can, if anyone still wants to do the parade so that we can get more people involved and come out for that one.
You know, seeing too, those, the Renaissance people out there between Vassar and Millington, or Vassar and Tuscola, I wonder if they'd be interested in helping us with the Halloween stuff and then.
Can, we can see if they want to. I know I talked with, trying to get a hold of the lady from Chambers of Commerce in Millington, and I have not heard anything back from them. They wanted to work with us because they want to do small businesses and we've done events and how to piggyback off of each other, even though they're Millington and we're not. Just to overlap stuff. I haven't heard back from them, I have to talk again.
Because with the parade thing, we have to decide, are we just gonna, are we gonna have a banner that says Parks or Vassar Township, or is it gonna be the hayride and costumes,
Yeah,
or exactly how we want to
I can-
participate?
I can ask the person that's usually in charge of homecoming for Vassar if she knows when it is and
Or
see
even if
what
they
it
have a
is.
theme.
Yeah, and go from there. I may have to wait till September when the kids are fully back in and everything. But I will ask her about it. And then if, I will also find out more information about, like I did last year for Central, we did the trunk or treat for Central last year. We participated in that and we handed out, well, I didn't hand out. The supervisor handed out all of the flyers and talked to everybody and he
Yeah, that
was
was a pretty good turnout.
he had a lot there. We just showed like the candy, some of our decorations. So we can do that again if they do it, as long as they're fine with it. That one wasn't so bad.
I went as a Detroit Lions fan,
No.
I can tell.
That one was just, it's just sitting up and doing it. That's not a big deal. We can do that. We could probably try other trunk or treats too and see.
I know ShopRite has one.
Yeah, ShopRite has one and just join it so that we can do next year's like we did this year. We had all dates found out and figured out and we just did a piece of paper so they knew it and had it. School is now starting again for most kids, so we can send things to schools, or to Vassar and all of that to see. Other than that, I don't have much for events because I'm waiting to get everything. So, business. Okay, so there is a proposal in front of everybody. It's a playground professional. The guys from Millington, I was doing this one. The first little bullet point that says installation of customer provides 88 4 foot by 12 inches.
He has that price of the 88 4x12 included as the price,
No,
but we have to order it.
So apparently it's not. Cause I got all sticky note handed to me. So the first one is, if I'm understanding this correctly. So the ADA is a 4 foot by 12 inch timber with spikes and 1.5 ramp for the wheelchair access into approximately 100 foot by 70 foot playground pad. Is 3,100.
Yeah, so it's the barrier to go
It's-
around.
So yeah, it's the barrier to go around.
And the lineman underneath
Yes.
as well?
Yes.
Yep.
So the first one is $3,100. The next three bullets that are on there, so the purchase and installment of approximately 220 yards of playground certified mulch to approximately fall height depth, including commercial underlayment and staple. Quote includes all labor, mulch, and underlayment and staples, custom to provide timbers and spikes purchased through AAA State of Play for best pricing, approximately $2,200. So for those three bullet points, it's $16,350, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for all,
He said, just to put in context, that much mulch, he said is about the size of where a pavilion is.
it's a lot. So for all four bullet points, is going to be so for all four bullet points, it is $19,450. So no, the total, that total, the 16,350 are for bullet point 2, 3, and 4. So it's the purchase of,
3,100.
yes. So number 1 is a whole separate thing. That is getting us a barrier so none of the wood chips fall out of it. If you've been to a playground, they have big, huge black plastic things that they stick sticks in them so that all the materials stay where it belongs. It doesn't blow, it doesn't get moved everywhere. And then the ramp would be accessible to where our handicap swings are into the barrier, and that has to be like separate too. So if we just, I'm guessing, if we just want to do purchasing of mulch, with the labor and the timbers. Yeah, and the timbers, everything would just be, so if we just did the mulch and the labor and all of that, it's gonna be the $16,350. If we do the wheelchair and the barrier with it, it's going to be $19,450. And that is just for our playground as it is right now.
I asked him also about the upkeep on the wood chips. And he said he does Billington School, and like every 1 to 2 years he'll put a fresh coat on it, but they get so much more play on it from the kids. It's more than what we would have, so it would be like maybe every 3 to 5 years just to freshen it up with the top coat or something.
Yeah, they would put, so we would be able to see where the barrier is, where the fall layer is, and see how we need to fill it.
He did say too that with the timbers and the chips, if we wanted to expand it, it's easy expanding. You just pull those timbers out, go where you want to expand it, and backfill it. So.
Yeah, we did talk about earlier, that the only thing that, he sees as an issue is our swings. Because our swings are right next to the path.
Which it could be a fix if we
Yeah.
extend the playground out closer to the drive. It may give us the clearance we need to be
Yep.
in compliance with that.
So that would be the other thing is, if we put the barrier, and I don't know, that's one of the questions, and Todd said that if we had questions about it, he's willing to come up and talk to us about it, and so that we know. We don't have to make a decision now if we wanna have him talk to us how does everyone feel? Do we wanna see what he's actually talking about, what the field is of the playground, how much it would be to extend into to make the swings better, cause if he puts the barrier around the swings, a kid falls back, their head's going into a plastic barrier. So that's why it would have to be moved a little bit, and we would have to kind of refigure the drive, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of a.
Well, one of them is that tree right there too.
There you go.
Yeah, he said it was supposed to be like 36 feet in the front, 36 feet in the back or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very big spaces for everything.
He did tell me if we decided to go with this, he said if you figure approximately 3 weeks to get mulch and everything shipped, it would take his guys, a crew of 5, about a week to figure it out.
And he said that they would bring in their own fencing to fence off the mulch so kids don't play on it while they're waiting to start the project.
Alright, so what does everybody feel? Do we feel that do we want to continue with it? Do we want to have a meeting with him to discuss it? What do we want? Sam?
Well, I think it's gonna come late in the year. First in springtime.
So we could also see if we don't do it, can we freeze the price or whatever till spring?
45 days is this fall.
It's gotta bring it up.
Yeah, that's 45 days. So maybe we can come back in the spring and see, that'd be fine. How's everybody down there? How's your feeling down there, James?
We've got 45 days, right?
Yes.
So I have one on me.
Well, if we have a nice fall, you know, a nice weather fall, you know, we can do it for the 45 days. But it just depends if it's good weather.
The other thing to consider though, we've had more complaints about there being bees in the sand, and you got sand fleas you have to worry about, all that stuff. Yeah.
And I know he was trying to get the plans out too, and that could also be part of doing this, the barrier.
And the cost of this is like a quarter of what it would be to go with a rubber mulch or something.
Oh, yeah, that'd be expensive.
So, we wouldn't be moving the swings, it would be it would extend and it would have to move the trail a little bit. I think there's enough space to move the trail, we would have to see.
And he did say that his company, they also set playground stuff, so if it did have to be moved or it had to be rearranged, and they would know how to do it. Of course, it would be an added expense, I don't know how much
Yeah.
more, but they do have the
So,
stuff to do it.
for right now, what I hear is that we have a lot of questions that we're not, was it, do you have a question?
No, I just
Okay, so we have a lot of questions that we still need answered, so like if we did have to move the swings,
Right.
is he going to barrier behind the swings if we have, what's that gonna look like? If we do, what's that going to look like if we have to move it, where are we gonna move it? So is everybody okay with having Mr. Amer set up have him come to the next meeting to answer all of our questions that we have? That way
Yeah.
we can come with questions like, okay, this is what I have, this is what I'm concerned about. So that when he's sitting here, we can go like, hey, these are the questions we have. Can you help us understand?
And maybe walk out there with them.
Yeah.
And explain it.
And we can do that too. We can take a little field trip during our meeting.
Would it be possible to do another special meeting? Because if not, we're gonna run into that where it's gonna be another month for us, then it'll be a month for planning anything.
He did say he's going to be in Petoskey for 7 days doing a playground up there.
So yeah, that would take us after our meeting anyways.
He said that. I think it's next month.
So,
Next week would be the only day I could do a special meeting. I'm on vacation.
so my thing on special meetings, cause I already got, I heard that no one wants us to have a special meeting for things. I would see if we send everything to the board of trustees and they say we don't have to go through planning commission anymore. Let's see how Tuesday's meeting goes. And then go that, but let's set up a time for when our next meeting happens, for him to come out, we talk about it, if we have to, we can go out there and discuss for a little bit to see, we'll be off Facebook for a little bit while we have that conversation, or however he wants us to do it. Is everybody okay with that? Sam, you okay with having him come in? Okay, so, I don't think I need to make a motion for that, that's fine. So if you can get a hold of him.
To a date or time, that can tell.
So our next meeting is
September 3rd.
September 3rd. So have him come September 3rd, and if he needs to change it, we'll go from there. You said you're on vacation, Sheila,
Next week.
next week?
Yeah.
And then, okay. So is there any time if he can't do September?
I can do them in regular meetings.
Okay,
Those special meetings, I need at least 2 weeks to
Yeah.
put in for it. That's why I couldn't make the last one. We got somebody quit, so I've been working a lot of nights lately.
so if he can't make September 3rd meeting, is there any time in September that we could have him come out and can plan a special meeting or?
As long as they have a couple of weeks, I can ask.
Is there any day that does not work at all?
Not really.
Not really. See, anything in September? Okay, anything for you? Janice?
No,
Okay,
Just
So-
the 6th.
so if September 3rd doesn't work, have him tell us what day it works, and, I'll send out an email going like, hey, this way that at least we can have it, and that can I know it was like a spur of the moment thing, so that we can have it planned out and everything. Okay, so, that was business, anybody else have anything business-wise, updates, that they want to address? Anybody on there? Okay. There's no business, I don't have anything. The only thing, I guess, it's not one that would have to be Mr. Fabro, but I guess how you all feel. For the haunted trail ride, last year we did it, we went out straight, took a right to 38, he swung around the sign and came back and did it again. I wanna see how everyone feels if we widen one of the other trails. So if you go out the main trail, so you go straight from the pavilion towards 38, before you hit the sign there is a little jog. There's another little trail that comes back this way. And I think when you end up in it, it actually comes right against the property line. And I think the way it is with the trees out, it can actually just come out to the parking lot. If it needs to be wider, is everybody okay with if we need to make it wider, so it's not just he has to swing around and make that big huge loop and rut the ground up, he can just keep going in the trails. And then we can swing around, because he also had to, when he came back out around, have to swing all the way around to get everybody off. And I think if we just did it out this way, made a big huge square, he doesn't have to keep doing huge round circles at, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, but is everybody okay if we have to cut some trees down and widen the path? Is everyone okay with that? I'm hoping at some point I can also go out because I know a lot of those trails aren't marked. I also see that there's a lot of other branched off trails in there that we have to see if we can map out somehow. So that just in case anybody is out there and lost, we know where they're at. Because I can tell, they can go, we're out in the woods, and I'm like, I have no clue where they're at. Because I know at one point Russ had a yellow trail, no, an orange trail, a green trail, a pink trail, a blue trail. But there's no markers out there. I think there was one, and then you don't know which way they actually go. Because one starts at the Porty Johns, goes all the way up and around. One goes just straight. One goes out and then around a little bit. There's supposed to be 4 main ones, but I think there's like 5 different rope off ones. So my plan is to see if I can get those mapped out so that we have a better picture of where everything is on that one. Especially if we do color war and I don't let all the kids just go out there and lose themselves. Other than that, I thought about it and I lost it. Oh, ordinances for the rules. I think we have to send it to the lawyer to see what ordinances we can do for the rules that we all have set out. I will send that to the township board of trustees so that they can talk to the lawyer because I don't have access to talk to the lawyer. So we were going to do, when we did our rules for the park, we talked about having that ordinance that says like, hey, this is the code, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, yeah.
For if you violate any of these, this is what happens. Because we said we had a $100 fine and we didn't know if that's possible and what to do. So I'm gonna retype it up. But one of them was that it was from when the Sled Hill was here and we had this all the way open. Or the park all the way open for January to December. We still have the Porty Johns till all year round. We did put on there and drench on risk. Like, do we still want to keep that? We have the Porty Johns all year round. How does everyone feel? Because we can just not have the Porty Johns, but I know everyone uses them even during the winter. Because I know this winter we didn't have that much snow. So is everybody okay if I just send the rules to the board of trustees, see what the lawyer says, how to do the ordinance on that and everything? Okay.
The biggest thing for that is that our township officer brought up that he's been kicking people out at night, and now people want to see it in the ordinance where it says they can't stay there until like midnight.
Yeah, it's on there, it says to dusk,
Yeah, he's
But I
gonna
think
need
it's
more
that
like
now.
specific time.
cause we got kicked out at the haunted trail at 9.
So
We just have to readjust it for special things. Okay, so I will write them all up, type them up, send them to the board of trustees so that he can do it. Till then, I will try to post them on the board out there so that people can do it, so that he has things as that. Okay, and that right part just said what you were talking, I asked you what that meant. I forgot it said officers at the end of it. I was like, okay. Now I got the text message.
alright.
Okay, anything else? Additional business? Okay. Yeah, anything, Sarah?
Yeah. One, tire recycling is next Saturday, the 16th. It's going to be at the Old Hall, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's on Facebook, it's on the website too. So if you have tires, you can bring them. No tractor tires, no airplane tires, no golf tires. Can't be connected to an axle. Rims are fine. Nothing over 48 inches in height and 12 inches in width.
Sure rims are fine.
Is there what?
You sure rims are fine.
Yeah.
Because the rims are thicker.
They said rims are fine this year, I guess.
And the date on that again was?
The 16th of August.
They've always been fun.
And bring your own help, because we don't have any volunteers for it. We didn't ask for any this year, so bring your own to load them into the trailer. And for our haunted Halloween event, we should start looking for volunteers for that now. I was thinking about, what if you asked like the drama club at the high school if they would be interested. I don't know if Vassar has a drama club, but when I was in high school they did. Yeah.
But I can ask Miss Sunday, or not Sunday, Mrs. Shepherd, she does, the NHS.
That and like, if there's like an art club or something, if they want to help make decorations, like I think that'd be cool to
Yeah, I
give
can
them like
ask-
volunteer hours for it or something.
Yeah, so I could ask Mrs. Shepherd about it and have her get to her kids to see if they want to do any of it. I can also talk to Miss P about, decorations and all that. I don't know if anybody at Millington, but I can always just contact somebody over there, their principal, they have an NHS club.
And I'll reach out to Sherry, our assessor. Her mom works with that woman from the Millington place, so I can reach out to her and have her reach out to you. Because for the life of me, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, if you want to put out on Facebook looking for volunteers again, and have them just text or email me, or have them call you if they're okay. And I'll share the two sheets, the Excel sheets that you can just, both of us can upload everything in it, just also for the fundraiser and for the volunteers and everything.
Yeah, because it would be not just for the Halloween event itself, but even days before setting the trail for everything.
We need the couple hours before, because I had set it up with just me, the folders, and Deb came out and helped, and you came out and helped right before we did the day event to set up everything, and it took us a while, and we have more stuff hopefully coming. Just getting them in the ground and staked in was a chore in itself. I'm hoping that this one we're gonna have to start at like, I don't know, set that one. Really, really early in the morning and set up everything and then go from there. Because it was a hot mess. Everybody loved it, but it was a hot mess, and as I already said, I don't like scary things and I'm gonna set it up. So, if I don't have to do it, I will really appreciate it. I will be supervisor. Other than that, do you have anything else? We'll send that out, I'll talk to them. If there's nothing else, who wants to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Okay,
At
I'll second.
7:55.
To adjourn.
I see it running out, I couldn't tell.
Adjourn at 7:55, second by Janice. All in